Hola, ¿cómo estás? Today we go to Spain with a band called Velo Misere with an album called Monomanía del inexorable vacío. Vacío. Sorry, my Spanish is not really that good. However, this one is a debut album by the band, founded about 5 years ago, and this CD is released by Lunar Apparitions. Thank you for the review copy. Now this one is an interesting case because basically this album is something that you could describe as atmospheric black metal, fast tempo, whatnot, but the production is rather raw. In fact, it's almost like going back to early Darkthronian years with kind of a raw and dusty sound, which is quite a different story compared to most atmospheric bands, which then again try to go with more melodic and clean and kind of a nice and beautiful sound, supporting their melancholic and all those other parts which, make them kind of atmospheric. Now, this is an album that basically combines these different elements. There are definitely parts which is more, on the atmospheric side. There are definitely parts that are, more into this kind of a melodic and fast tempo stuff. And then there is this overwhelming atmosphere which is more like raw, darker, sinister kind of a black metal. And I must say, I like it. I like it quite a lot. But it's not like this is the album of the year. But doesn't really matter. This is good. And in my opinion, worth checking out. Now, this kind of combination is kind of a brave step in terms of, doing black metal, because it seems so many bands try to get more audience and more likability going into the more melodic and nicer sound and, kind of appealing to the audience, which seems like, hey, I don't like my black metal raw. I mean, I don't like that kind of a dusty, raw sound and where the vocals are so fierce and they're more like bestial versus being human. So Velo Misere is going like the opposite direction, which in my opinion makes this rather interesting. And it's also worth mentioning that because of these tempo changes, this is not like your one-trick pony that just goes on da 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 the 40 minutes or so what this album is all about. Given that this is the first album, full length by the band, and this band has been out there for 5 years, this is very, very nicely done, a debut album. Even though there are definitely room for all kind of improvements. I mean, you could really do this with less dusty and dirty and raw sound and still sound like very evil, and even though the songs could be structured in even more diverse ways, I still think this is a very, very good start for a rather new band. Now, this is not for everybody. That's kind of a given with the pointers I just made. The vocals are kind of a raw end, and because of the production being also, the very same style, it's clear that this is not going to make big waves. Also, coming from Spain, I guess it's a lot harder for a black metal band to, really show their, teeth and fangs versus bands that are coming from, countries such as Norway, Sweden, Finland, and so forth. But in my opinion, you should definitely give this one a chance. That is, if you don't mind the raw end of things to do. So, very interesting debut release by the band. Go check it out, and I hope you like it. You will find the link provided in the description box. So click and link it, listen to it. Thanks, and bye-bye.